The member for Grey.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Health. Will the Minister update the House on the importance of energy reliability and affordability for hospitals across Australia, including those in my home state of South Australia?
The Minister for Health has the call.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I want to thank the member for Grey, who knows that one of the most critical elements in keeping the lights on in hospitals and in helping to create 371,500 jobs in Australia over the last year is affordable and reliable energy. And there's a very simple proposition. If you can't keep the lights on, you can't run a hospital. You can't run a Whyalla Steelworks. You can't run a Port Pirie metalworks. Affordable and reliable energy is critical to business and to jobs, but it's also fundamental to our hospitals. And we know this because we saw the Port Augusta Hospital lose power after the South Australian blackout last September, and we saw the Port Augusta Hospital lose power after its backup failed. And what that means is a very simple thing. It means that in the member for Grey's electorate, there were risks to people who might face the need for dialysis, risks to people who had critical care in relation to ventilators or humidity cribs, things which are fundamental to patient safety and human safety. So running a hospital requires a stable electricity supply. Against that background, it's almost impossible to imagine that somebody would deliberately blow up a power station in Port Augusta. But Labor deliberately blew up the Port Augusta power station.
The Minister knows the rules
on
props.
It up, not just figuratively, but literally they blew up the Port Augusta power station. And that is Labor's approach to electricity and power generation in this country. They delighted in the fact, they revelled in the fact, they cherished the fact that they figuratively and literally blew up a power station. Well, the people of Port Augusta paid that price in two ways. They paid that price through the hip pocket and the skyrocketing prices in South Australia, but they also paid for it through the loss of stability and security. Well, we're taking a different approach. We've not only abolished the carbon tax, we've taken steps in terms of abolishing limited merits review, but now the Prime Minister has put forward the National Electricity Guarantee, and that's both about dealing with price, but in particular it's about dealing with stability. This is about ensuring that never again should the people of Port Augusta face a situation where they don't have the security that their hospital will be able to continue providing essential services. And what Labor wants in the end is the alternative. They want to drive up electricity prices. They want to see a $66 billion increase in the cost of electricity, and they don't care that it puts at risk electricity stability and security. And if you don't have electricity, stability and security, you can't keep the lights on and you can't keep the hospital.
The member for Port Adelaide.